Good morning, everybody. Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be covering some Ripple XRP news along with Cardano ADA, also known as ADA. So again, guys, if it's the first time to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into the news. First things first, we got Matthew Linney at Matthew Linney, Liny, on Twitter sharing this with us, and he is a great researcher. I wish I've been in cahoots with him sooner. He's always sending us great articles along with the rest of the XRP community, along with some points that he wants to make. So really quick, this article, R3 testing Corda settlement with Ripple XRP. Partnership likely. So heads up, this is speculation. Always do your own research, but I do want to go over this. So R3 has begun testing Corda Settler's payments engine with Ripple's XRP. And for those of you that don't know, XRP is the first payment settlement mechanism that they chose. The combination of the Corda blockchain, which is an open DLT platform, and Ripple's remittance mechanism is likely to create many new business cases that were not possible before. So this is time of experimentation and creation and innovation. So XRP finds more use cases. The testing would make use of Ripple's native coin XRP. While this caused a wave of excitement among us, the XRP community, R3 has from the start maintained that its technology is capable of being connected with a variety of networks, especially payment systems. So it's good that they took into consideration, of course, Ripple's native token XRP. Granted, a lot of the board members on R3 are of Swift, but they're also tightly, and I know R3 had that huge lawsuit with the private company Ripple, so they do own a large amount of XRP. So just as Ripple does, they have a vested interest in seeing the utility and demand increase for XRP, meaning they want the price to increase. And they are tightly connected with the central banks, some of the world's largest global banks. So global leader in developing enterprise solutions based on blockchain technology. And again, Corda, for those of you that don't know, is an application purpose-built to allow for payment obligations raised on the Corda blockchain platform to be made through any of the world's payment systems, both traditional and blockchain-based. So we have Richard Gendel Brown, the CTO of R3, noted that adding XRP into the Corda settler environment served to show how Ripple and R3 have over time cultivated influential crypto and blockchain communities. To go on a little lower here, we got Instamatch Global, a platform composed of institutional lenders and borrowers. So these are more utilities, lending and borrowing in the world of financial technology. Also works with R3's Corda Settler, consequently tapping into the power of XRP in its remittance network, especially sending between various fiat currencies. And it's going to help remove that friction. Apart from partnering with R3, Ripple has, in the past, been rumored to have partnered with Swift as well. And of course, we know Swift, the global organization. At the time, Swift had abandoned plans to continue developing its own blockchain platform. Coincidentally, at the same time, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse replied to the speculations of a partnership, indicating that it will be announced when something solid is in place. And it's funny that, remember when Brad Garlinghouse and the former CEO of Swift, maybe 6 months ago, Godfried Lebrant almost said that Ripple is much bigger, and in reality, Ripple's the Goliath in the David and Goliath analogy. So again, guys, Brad's reaction to the rumors that fueled the speculation even more. Although these rumors remain to be rumors, a partnership between Ripple and Swift would be beneficial to both. For instance, Ripple would have benefited from Swift's customer base, which has over 11,000 financial institutions, while Swift, on the other hand, would have benefited from Ripple's remittance technology based on blockchain technology. Now, although Ripple has well over 200 production contracts in place, a lot of people have brought up in my videos that, well, Swift has 11,000. They've been around for 45 plus years. They're monsters. Ripple doesn't stand a chance. But if you look at the volume of the partners that Ripple has, it almost seems as if Ripple already has 80% of the payment volume today. Of those 11,000, let's just follow that 80% rule really quick. So let's just say that, what is 80%? Or let's say the top 20%. So top 20 times 11, sorry about that. Times 20%, so that'd really be like the top 2,000. And so we're already making a large dent going after the world's biggest customers. There's going to be a domino effect. Ripple's game plan, as they've already said time and time again, is to get these smaller players on board, increase that liquidity, get all the corridors and pairs open, and then begin to implement. And remember, David Schwartz just released that there's a workaround using the payment service providers and different XRapid customers to get around instead of banks having to actually, utilize XRP themselves. All right. So again, there's going to be a partnership, and again, Swift's GPI, their global payments initiative incentive on DLT, it's more of just a messaging platform, and Ripple can already do that. We already can give advanced analytics. However, they still have nothing to really source liquidity and solve the problem at hand, which is exactly what XRP is aiming to do and already does today. It's live, for those of you that don't know. And I'm sorry I keep saying that phrase over again. I guess I just have some go-to phrases when I ramble. But again, guys, so Swift GPI, enhanced traceability, speed, and transparency of transactions, embedding a set of business rules. One of the firms already connecting on Swift's GPI is R3, which also uses XRP on its Corda settler payments network, the payment network. So just pay attention to that. Another thing shared by T+0 at T+0 on Twitter, just talking about what I talked about earlier today, the same article with Spring, the $500 million in investments. Everyone is spreading FUD on Twitter saying that Ripple is dumping all of the money that XRP retail investors like you and I, everyday people, put into the ecosystem. And that is not true at all. They're not dumping it. They're not just profiting. They're reinvesting this money into the ecosystem to fuel the growth. The company's been very transparent, and they don't owe us anything. I am making a speculative investment. I'm investing in the technology. And so just remember that, guys. Always do your own research. And if you're not comfortable with it, perhaps this space isn't for you, and that's fine. Next, James Malpass at James Malpass12 on Twitter. UK regulators approve first cryptocurrency hedge fund. So, as we can see here, Prime Factor Capital was the first crypto hedge fund approved as a full-scope alternative investment fund manager by the Financial Conduct Authority, according to Bloomberg. So, though approved by the UK watchdog, the firm will abide by European regulations. Under these guidelines, the firm will be allowed to hold more than 100 million euros in assets under management. It is the first agency to be approved to invest exclusively in the cryptocurrency asset class. And this is as of today, July 2nd, 2019, when I recorded this video. So guys, that is good to know. We're going to see more and more news such as this, and it's going to have a domino effect. They are acting as a catalyst, and the rest are going to follow and get that competitive edge, because we are going to see gains like no other in the future in the digital asset space, especially when they are, there's going to be STOs, there's going to be ICOs, there's going to be a lot more when we're tokenizing all kinds of assets, especially real estate and everything, for immutability, traceability, tracking, you name it. All right, now on to Cardano ADA. I'm just going to refer to it as ADA. So right here, guys, just so you know, Cardano, I've done some really good videos on Cardano. I am very, very bullish, provided that they succeed and follow through. And IOHK is an organization of a couple hundred individuals, some of the brightest minds in the world that are extremely dedicated. A lot of them came from the Ethereum space. Cardano ADA is going to be a platform of smart contracts. They want to really be the third generation cryptocurrency and fix the flaws that they see with Bitcoin and Ethereum with their own blockchain. So they use proof of stake. They want to be more sustainable. They want to be, I'm trying to think what I was going to say. They want to be more scalable. They want to be more sustainable. And there's a few other big points. And so there's different updates. We've already gone through the Byron update. And the cool thing is that Shelley is coming up, and this is decentralization. So hopefully they've been behind, but they're very transparent. And Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of IOHK, of the Cardano project, he's kind of spearheading this, has been transparent, and he says that they will have it done by end of year. So that's great. So the testnet's coming up and so on. So what will Shelley really aim to do? It's going to just be more technological updates, one step closer to decentralization and be autonomous. So as we can see, we're going to see the introduction of a delegation and incentive scheme, a reward system to drive stake pools and community adoption. As a proof of stake network, users stake their ADA to participate in the network. Painstakingly designed using game theory and the latest research into proof of stake networks, the delegation and incentive scheme will allow and encourage users to delegate their stake to stake pool pools, always on community-run network nodes, and be rewarded for honest participation in the network. And Charles Hoskinson, he is a extremely bright mind. I think he might be even smarter than David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple. This guy's a mathematician, you name it. So great speaker as well. And so I think that's really helping them lead. So right here, so we're going to be having this come up. This update should be massive. I'm expecting to see a price increase when this does take effect. And I would like to bet that Cardano will also be added to Coinbase by end of year. I want to make that speculation. This is one of the few projects that Coinbase mentioned they were looking at and they never added it. And perhaps they're waiting for, the mainnet to launch. So right here, we expect Cardano to be 50 to 100 times more decentralized than other large blockchain networks. If you ask me, I think it has the potential to be the most advanced blockchain network for smart contracts that we have seen yet. So with the incentive scheme designed to reach equilibrium around 1,000 stake pools, current prominent blockchain networks are often controlled by less than 10 mining pools. And that's an issue, exposing them to serious risk of compromise by malicious behavior. And the thing I like about Cardano, this whole project, is they're taking a very scientific approach. They do testing. They don't really waste their time with marketing. Their philosophy is creating the most superior product and letting it do its work for themselves and letting developers work on it. And it's going to be the go-to option. So guys, I'm not trying to shill Cardano, even though technically it seems like it, because I'm very, very bullish. Do your own research. If you want to leave a bad comment about it, that's fine. But all that I ask is you at least leave your reasoning and show me that you've at least, looked at the other side as well. Because again, I discovered Cardano right when it came out 2 years ago, and I was skeptical. I wish I invested sooner. It's right now at the making of this video about 8 cents. We saw a high of well over $1.30 or $1.28, whatever it was, depending on the exchange you were utilizing and the average that it recorded at. I think we're going to see tremendous upside. I think there's potential, if we do see an actual bull run in the space again, by next year to see a $3 Cardano. So again, I load my bags with XRP and ADA, and whichever one will go first, perhaps, I'll hold XRP for life, a small portion. But then the other half, I might even use profits to dump in the other asset, depending on which one goes up first. There's, you need the right exit plan and think, because seeing these types of gains and when you see your investment 5x in a single night, it's going to play tricks, and it is a psychological game. So I'm going to try to stick to the news and not too much to my philosophy. Unless you guys like that, let me know. And let me know your thoughts, because I want to learn from you guys the same way. And I really appreciate all the points that you guys make, and even objections. It really helps me kind of double check myself before I'm sharing this around, on the internet for everybody. So again, guys, hit that like button. Let's see if we can hit 500 likes on this video. And until next time.